Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make this treat holder using our Movers and Shapers die. So let's get started. What you want to start with is a piece of cardstock. It doesn't have to be 12 by 12, but this is what I did in my Big Shot Club, because if I cut it at 4 inches, I can get 3 out of one 12 by 12. Otherwise, if you use 8.5 by 11, cut it at 4 1/4 and you will get 2 out of an 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 4 inches. And this is our Autumn Spice cardstock. It's a thicker cardstock than our other double-sided printed cardstock. So it makes great boxes and these little treat holders. This is the Movers and Shapers die. The little dies are magnetic, so they stick wherever you place them. The curly label comes with the Movers and Shapers die, and then there is packages of 4 different die cuts that you can get. There's 2 different ones. The info is on my blog for those. So I'm going to just place that in there like so. And I use the grid paper from Stampin' Up. I cut that in there and it just helps me align my dies up to where I want them to be. So I'm going to put my cardstock in, and this is longer. So I'm just going to put it inside here, center it in the opening, because it is smaller because it's 4 and not 4 1/4. And then I'm going to put my clear pad on top to create my sandwich. Bring my die in here, and we're going to crank that through. Now, because I use 12 by 12, you're going to have a little strip left over. Use that on something else. And here's this, and we also have this little thing here you can use on something else, a tag. So now it already made a nice little score line for me at 5 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my scoring blade, and from the line here I'm going to score 1 inch towards my opening here, towards my hole. So that just so happens to be at 6 1/2. And then I want to bring it down and I want to score the end at 1 inch. So the furthest end from the hole is at 1 inch, and then 1 inch towards the hole from the 5 1/2 score line. So if you stick it in this way, it's at 6 1/2. So you're going to fold on all those score lines. And now you have your little pouch. What I did was I took one of our small cellophane bags and I put some Reese's peanut butter cups in there, and I just fold the top down. Hold that in there, and then I just come in on the side with a stapler and staple it to my holder. Now you could just staple the cellophane bag, fold the top down and staple that, and then red line tape your treat inside the holder. Totally up to you, whatever you would like to do. And then to add a little decoration, I took our Cajun Craze, just a strip of it, and I scalped the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that to the flap. Give it a nice little contrast there. And then I'm going to use some Velcro, and I'm going to attach to the top in the center. Make sure my thing is nice and square, and then fold it closed. So I have my little Velcro closure. Okay, then to further decorate it, what I did was I took our leaf number 2 die and some orange, the pumpkin pie, and the old olive, and just place that on my leaf. Make my sandwich. Run those through the Big Shot. Now I have my leaf. I took the old olive ink and the sponge and just sponge all around the edges. And you can get the ink on the top, just to give you a little contrast there. And then what I did was I took the crimper. If you've never used a crimper before, you want to pinch it tight. Just set your thing you want to crimp on the edge there like that, and then just make sure it's in there a little bit, and crank. And there you have that little crimped look. And I did that with the orange and the green. So I'm just going to take some glue dots. And place them on my treat bag here. Like so. And then I took one of our lovely buttons and I ran some linen thread through, tied a bow, and I'm going to attach that over my leaves, like so. And there you go. Quick and easy little treat favor. Hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for stopping by.